What's up, everybody? This is Aaron Walker here with Ringside Intel, and let's talk about UFC 304 and matching up the main card winners. So in the main event, Belal Muhammad dominates Leon Edwards to steal the welterweight title. And now, who gets the next title shot? I mean, I think we can rule out Leon Edwards as someone deserving of an immediate rematch, considering how dominant the loss was. And, you know, he didn't exactly have the longest title reign either. So for that reason, let's move on from that immediate rematch. We know the UFC loves to do those. So I think the obvious choice here is Shavkat Rakhmonov. Shavkat Rakhmonov, undefeated, has been destroying everyone that they put in front of him, and him and Belal Muhammad might end up being a pretty exciting fight from a style standpoint, so I'm here for it. Alternatively, you could also go with Ian Gary. I think if you put Ian Gary and Belal Muhammad together, you're going to have very interesting and polarizing personalities clashing, which could make for a very exciting buildup. The fight itself may not play out to be the most exciting thing in the world, but either way, you can't really lose. But for my money, I want Shavkat Rakhmonov in that title spot next. Co-main event, Tom Aspinall defends the interim UFC heavyweight title. Now we're in this weird place where Jon Jones, the quote-unquote undisputed heavyweight champion, is waiting for Stipe Miocic in November, and this is penciled in right now for Madison Square Garden. We don't know whether or not this is really going to happen or not, but that's what all signs are pointing toward. I'm kind of over that fight, and I think I've written extensively about that. I just want to see Jones and Aspinall actually unify the title. That's really the fight I want to see, but I just don't think that's going to happen. I firmly believe that Jon Jones has no intention on ever fighting Tom Aspinall. So with that being said, Aspinall's got to turn his attention toward the winner of Cyril Gane and Alexander Volkov. Not exactly the fight that we want, but it is a great consolation prize. I'm particularly interested to see Aspinall versus Gane. That seems to be the meeting of the best two strikers at heavyweight. Sounds like a great fight, but Gane's got to get past Volkov first. By the time you watch this, Paddy Pimblett is likely to have a ranking next to his name. He defeated number 15 ranked King Green, landed a quick submission, the first person in the UFC to submit Bobby Green. So Pimblett, with his ranking, the doors of possibilities open up to him. The problem is a lot of the guys that seem to make the most sense for him are booked. So he called out Moicano. That is a fight that I really think works well for him. That's an incredible style matchup and would be a great fight. Problem is Moicano is booked with Benoit Saint-Denis, and the winner of that probably makes better moves than going back down in the rankings to fight Pimblett. My colleague Jason Burgos, he recommended Dan Hooker. Dan Hooker sounds like a good matchup. However, Hooker is booked right now against Matthias Gamrot. I would assume the winner of that would also be positioning themselves to fight someone ranked higher than number 15. So that probably doesn't make sense. The loser of that, though, maybe that works. Maybe whoever loses between Dan Hooker and Matthias Gamrot makes a great opponent next for Paddy Pimblett. Gregory Rodriguez got himself an incredible win over Christian Leroy Duncan, completely controlled that fight from start to finish. Now for RoboCop, you're talking about being just outside that top 15, just outside. So let's put him in the rankings with another win here. Paulo Costa has been a ranked middleweight for far too long and has not really put in the results that we need to maintain that position as long as he has. And from a style standpoint, would create fireworks with RoboCop. So let's throw them together. Let's put Paulo Costa versus Gregory Rodriguez. Sounds like an incredible fight. Now, Paulo Costa isn't always the most reliable person when it comes to making it on fight date. So if you need to pivot somewhere else, we can pivot towards a couple people who also sit just outside that top 15, and a win over either one of them could boost them further up in the pecking order. So how about the winner of Roman Kopylov and Bruno Hulk Ferreira? Paulo Costa is my first choice. If not, let's get the winner of Kopylov and Ferreira. Arnold Allen also got himself a very nice win in the main card opener against Giga Chikadze. Now, I'd like to see Arnold Allen against Alexander Volkanovski. I don't know if that's biting off more than he can chew, but let's just find out. Volkanovski is in need of some level of career reboot. A win over Arnold Allen would do wonders for putting him back on the right track. And for Arnold Allen, who's just kind of lingered around the top for a while, a win over a former champion as loved as Volkanovski would do wonders for his future prospects as well. So it just seems like a good time to put them together. Now, if Volkanovski just can't get him booked, why not Yair Rodriguez? Yair Rodriguez and Arnold Allen would put on a fantastic fight as well. So my first choice is Volkanovski. I'll be happy with Yair Rodriguez as a second choice. And that will do it for my matching up of the main card winners at UFC 304. So tell me what you think. Who would you like to see the winners of the UFC 304 main card fight? And how about some of the losers too? What about some of the prelim fighters? I kind of want to hear your picks about who Muhammad Mokaev should fight next, but I guess it doesn't matter now. Remember to like, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend, tell that friend to tell 10 more friends. Stay locked into Ringside Intel. I'm Ant Walker. Peace.